to Situations and Conversations, everybody. I am your host, Renee. So happy that you are joining us today. You know, this is the People's Show. That's what I like to call it. It's your show, developed with you in mind with my 5 E's. We aim to empower, enlighten, educate, elevate, and of course, entertain. And today will be no different, especially on the entertaining part, because today's situation, I get this question all the time. Trey, I want to get into showbiz, or I want my kids into showbiz. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to tell you by way of my lovely guest today. I am so excited to have representation right here in our community. First, our first guest is Cholee Thompson of Ryan Artist Talent Agency. Welcome, Cholee, everybody. Yes, and then we also have Abibat Durosimi of Beauty Bloom Collective Agency and Production. I mean, you do it all. Welcome, Abibat. All right, so let's get into it. You guys heard the situation. People I know often ask you as a talent agency owner, as well as, do you still do the talent agent side, or are you mainly on the ownership side now?
I still model out of Miami.
Do you really? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's really cool. I mean, not that I mean, I could tell. You do have model background.
I do.
And so do you, yes. Abibat. So you guys definitely know what you're talking about, but let's start with you, Cholee. You own a for real talent agency locally right here in Portland. Tell us about the agency.
Yeah, well, just last week we celebrated 25 years as working as Ryan Artists.
Congratulations, 25 years.
So that's been great. So, you know, I was able to take over the agency 12 years ago, as you remember. Yeah. And, you know, so it was already established in the community, but it's a very fast moving industry. So it's a constantly changing, constantly evaluating where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. I would say, you know, most of our income is based from acting, whether it's commercial work or TV and film. And then we also do modeling and voiceover in addition to those.
Yeah, I can honestly say, full disclosure, Cholee is my agent, as well as my daughter Bobby's agent, my daughter Madison's agent, and my daughter Aubrey's agent.
It's a whole family affair.
It is, and even Aster tries to every now and then get put in the mix reluctantly.
Try to pull them in.
I know, and I love that because you guys are like one big family. We've been together since you took over 12 years ago, and I can say that I know a lot of people who have a lot of work thanks to your hard work. So thank you very much for representing in the entertainment industry out here, because we do have one.
We do. We've got a great one.
We do. Now, Abibat,
yes.
Tell us about Bloom Beauty Collective, because I mean, a lot of people who may already know you know that you have put on amazing fashion shows and amazing events. You do have a modeling background, but now you have an agency.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
So it is a casting agency. We have developed a way where we can dive into our community, especially in the Black community, but overall more, you know, broader. So BIPOC, everyone inclusive. I felt that there was a need of trying to make sure that people that look like me, that was represented well. Right. And not only just, you know, have the ethnicity, but also when it comes to the culture and what that looks like, especially helping our clients have that better understanding.
Absolutely. Well, I'm thankful that you developed all of your skills into this full-blown agency, especially highlighting people of color, because I get this question all the time as a woman of color and also as an entertainer. Is there real work out here? Not just for all actors and models and voiceover artists and all those, but even for people of color. So Cholee, I mean, you're not a woman of color per se, as far as, you know, no, but you definitely do represent. I can say I have referred many people to you who are seeking agency representation, and I don't see any lack of representation on your roster.
No, one of the things that we see a lot, and we've heard throughout the years, is that in order for us to get larger productions to come from larger markets, we have to represent everybody. So I would say, if anything, this market is hungry for the diversity. And, you know, different casting agents, I know, different productions have put through even diversity training to try to get, you know, everybody ready for that when that work comes. You know, so it's, you know, definitely there's still work to be had, but there's a lot of work out there. And I would say, you know, especially now, you know, the productions are really hungry to show a range of talent.
Okay. Now here's a question. Do you have to have an agent to get into acting or modeling? Do you have to have representation? And if you do, why?
Well, on my end, you don't have to. I think once you're talented and there's someone that sees your talent and they want to bring you in, then go right ahead. But at the same time, there's contracts that is involved and that you're not going to be familiar with. And so you definitely want somebody who represents you, that can make sure that everything is, you know, lined up correctly and is beneficial to you.
Right. No, that makes total sense. Because I can tell you, I don't know how many times I've called Ryan artists like, I don't understand. As a talent, you want to be able to show up and know that somebody has your back. And also, getting the work is not easy on your own. I mean, you can be as talented as you want to be and as you are, and I'm not saying people aren't talented, but if you don't actually have representation, actual representation, and we're going to talk about that too, what's real and what's not, the fake me-outs and the legit stuff, then I think you might be hindering yourself, because there's a whole world that they live in that, like, people like me who are talent just want to get out here and express ourselves or use our gifts for the betterment of others by performing. Yeah, that's their pool, and they know how to draw from it. So that's why I'm so glad that you guys are here. Let me ask you this. Do you have to have formal training? Because there's a lot of raw talent, right? But do you, in order to be signed with Ryan Artists, for example, or Bloom Beauty Collective, do you have to have formal training in the area in which you're trying to get into?
It really depends on the age and what area you're trying to get into. So if you are trying to get into voiceover and acting, you're going to need some sort of skill set to build off of, unless you're a baby, and we're going to help you build with that.
Right.
In the modeling, that's something that it's time, it's experience. And so the more experience that you can get outside of the agency, the better.
Okay. Same?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like if you really want to work on a craft, then you're going to have to put some serious time in. For some people, though, things can happen that overnight success, right? You're like, I was discovered and now I'm a star. But for most, it takes training and classes, and they have a lot of them here. A lot of acting classes. My girlfriend, Katie O'Grady, is one of I love her to pieces. She's great. You offer classes too.
Yes, more so is getting you ready for casting. So knowing what to wear, how to walk, how to prep your hair and makeup, and making sure that everything is, ready to be cast and be booked.
Well, we're going to get everybody ready. If they want it, we're here for it, right? All right, so we're going to take a quick break. Don't go away. We're coming right back with more situations and conversations after this.
We know that we have the beauty and brilliance to positively shape our lives. Unfortunately, racism, continuous displacement, and discrimination have created barriers to our success. So, if you feel invisible and you're not being heard, if the social, emotional, and educational needs of your kids aren't being met, we want you to know we are here. We see you, we hear you. We are ready to walk with you on your journey to success.
I had to reach out because I felt like this is probably a situation that many people have experienced, but you put it out there. And so in the interest of time, tell us what happened on that day. What was this, back in February?
Yeah, it was back in February. So my wife and I, so my wife's from Covington, Louisiana, and I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. So it's like two opposite sides of the world. I didn't realize, because I didn't travel to the South that much, and I didn't realize.
See, that was fast. We're right back with more situations and conversations. I'm your host, Renee. Today, we are talking about getting your kids in the biz, or maybe even yourself, and we have experts to speak to that directly. We have Cholee Thompson of Ryan Artist Agency, and we also have Abibat Durosimi of Bloom Beauty Collective Agency and Production. Whew, you got a lot going on. A lot going on. I love that, though. We have to stay busy, right? And now is such a wonderful time to express yourself through the arts, right? In whatever way that you have. And so we viewers, us viewers, them viewers, all the viewers, they all have questions. And so, again, this is the People Show, so let's go to viewer question number 1.
Hey, Trey. I'm here with Daniel. He has a question for you.
How expensive is it to get my kid into showbiz, and like, what should I be paying for?
Good question. Daniel also gets a shirt. Here's the shirt, Daniel. Go ahead and show him what it says. Show him what it says. Hey, Trey.
It's a great question. So the main things is you have to remember is that it is a business that you're getting into. So you are then supporting your child's new business.
Right.
So marketing materials, just like with any other business. But for actors and models, you need pictures. You need
Professional pictures.
or at least professional quality. So we get a lot, hey,
Okay.
my aunt is a professional photographer. Is it okay if my aunt takes the pictures?
Yeah.
Well, yes, as long as the product is the same type of marketing materials that we're using to get our clients to respond.
So would you say, just real quick, would you say that people should go to maybe your website and look at an example of what these headshots and full body shots and mid body shots, because there's a lot of shots, look like, so that they can tell their Aunt Susie, who takes professional pictures, and we all know what that means. She fiddling around with her iPhone. That's fine. You know, those are good. They still give you good quality, but let's just call it what it is. So Aunt Susie can get an idea of the look. Because a lot of times you can have a good photographer, but if your setting's not right, your lighting's not right, you're not going to look right. Yeah.
Well, we talked, a little bit ago about, do you have to have an agent? Well, in this situation, having an agent is going to be able to help you pick those photographers and those pictures and give guidance to the photographer that you choose.
Right.
If you are just trying to get yourself out there, then yes, look at the agencies that are in your local market that you're going to be submitting yourself for and try to mirror the pictures that they're showing their clients.
Got you. And then resumes, if you have anything, right? Like some people feel like, oh, well, I haven't been on a professional TV set or a film shoot. But there are some things that you can put on a resume, right? That'll show that you have some sort of skills, even if it's acting in your class, your high school drama program. Those are big productions sometimes. So yeah, and okay, so what would you say? What do you need financially, cost-wise? Is it expensive?
It's not that expensive, honestly. If, as she mentioned, you need good quality. So you could definitely use your iPhone, to take the photos. Obviously, do your research, look about exactly what you need as far as what they need as far as digital, right? So we have print and there's digital, right? So we have where if you are trying to be a fit model, there's certain things you have to wear and there's certain things that a certain way that you have to pose to be able to attract that client. And so there's certain things that it doesn't cost any money to do all that, right? So do your research, go on YouTube, ask, someone that, that's in the industry, always trying to find someone that can mentor you throughout the whole process as well. Yeah. So an agency is definitely a great way to go about it.
That's a good one.
So the overall cost, I would say, pictures, printed materials. There's normally some form of website fees,
right?
Training, outfits for the pictures. Those, they have to be pretty pristine and good outfits.
And not so trendy.
Yeah.
Not trendy.
Neutral.
From what I understand, like I've gotten that all the time. It's like, well, that's cute, but that's going to be off trend in like 20 minutes. So you want to have a look that's going to kind of be timeless, at least for a little while, because you do have to take. Yeah, see, that's great.
It's definitely simple and plain because they're looking at you, not your clothes. So something jeans, a t-shirt, a tank top, something really nice and simple that will show off your body and and what you present as a model.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I want to answer that real quick, and I know we're running out of time, but maybe not financial resources, but your time. I think your time is going to be the biggest cost to you, but benefits in the long run. I can say as a momager and as my husband as a papager of 3 working little babies, not so much babies anymore, but you know, that takes a lot of time. You have to get them to auditions when we were actually in person a lot. It's a lot. Or now with virtual, you have to tape them with the auditions. And actually, I think that takes almost more time sometimes to get it right. Yeah, you got to get everything right. You got to get your lighting right. When you used to be able to just go there, you might have to wait a little while. You get in, you get out, and you're done, right? But the time piece is no joke. So please, before you commit to saying you want your babies in print, in digital, on TV, in film, please know that you're gonna have to have some flexibility. You're gonna have to have a lot of time and a whole lot of patience. A whole lot of patience. But at the end, you get to have a viewing party like we're gonna do for Aubrey and Shrill on Hulu. Shameless plug. Okay. I know, right? I think it's coming up very soon. That's all I can say. Okay, viewer number 2. The next question.
Hey Trey, this is Renee, and she has a question for you.
Hey Trey, just wondering, what should I look into when it comes to my kids' investment and protecting their money before they get into the show business?
And you get a free shirt.
Awesome, thank you.
Show them the shirt. Has her name on it too.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Right there, right there.
I love it. Yes, I think going initially in using a stage name is really important. Once they start working and building credits under a name, it's really hard to change and kind of backpedal. So to start at the very beginning of their process. And ask a lot of questions. I think this is a key area of when you get an agency that you trust and that you have a good working partnership with, then they're going to protect you from a lot of those scenarios. It is scary out there. There's a lot of scams out there. So having someone that's on your side that's already asked a lot of the questions is a really key component. And be the best advocate that you can be. It's okay. Like I've had parents where they haven't felt like they could take their kid off set when something was wrong. So knowing that it's okay, you're not going to get blacklisted. Do the right thing and get your kid to safety.
That's right. Oh, for sure. For sure. Woo, okay. Well, you know what? That's it for the viewer questions, but that's not it for us. More situations and conversations are on the way when we come back after the break. We are amplifying young voices. There's some kids and they have questions. We'll be right back. Situations and Conversations with Trey Renee is sponsored by Black Parent Initiative, learning and growing together so families can thrive. Education Explorers. Parents, with companies starting to bring people back into the office and workspace, count on Education Explorers for safe, quality, reliable, and culturally sound childcare. They have low to no cost spaces available for infants and children up to 4 years old at their 2 locations in Tigard. Don't live in Tigard? No problem. Just ask about their free transportation services in Washington County. Reserve your child's spot now. Contact them online at educationexplorershcc.com or give them a call at 971-266-3646. Education Explorers, childcare you can count on. Furniture and decor provided by Home Place Furniture and Design. Get all your furniture and design needs at Home Place Furniture and Design, with 2 locations in Oregon to serve you. Wardrobe for Trey Renee, that's me, provided by Janelle James Boutique, located at Bridgeport Village in Tigard. Styling services were provided by Dawn Cannon.
Congratulations to Afternoon Live's Trey Renee, honored with the Emmy Award for Best Host.
Welcome back to Situations and Conversations. We are talking about getting your kids in the biz, and now we are actually talking to kids. Let's welcome to the show Makai from Fabian Middle School.
Hi.
Hello, Makai. Oh, I like that. You're used to holding court, aren't you? Well, welcome to the show. I understand you have some questions about showbiz.
Yeah. So you guys all have your own businesses, and I was wondering, how do you market yourself in the business industry?
Super great question.
Yeah. More so just putting your name out there. Word of mouth is a good, easy way, first of all. Just letting people, sharing your ideas with others, but not giving them the whole entire situation.
That's right.
Always give that idea, because you never know who wants to help you and help you succeed. So that's another way you can go about it. And of course, social media. That's the biggest platform that you can ever have. It reaches everyone in the whole entire world. And trying to figure out exactly how you want to brand yourself. So depending on what industry that you're going to be in, look at that, and then also think about how you want to look visually, how you want your audience to see you. So that's something else that you also want to think about. But there's definitely more that goes into the other side where I think you can definitely help with that.
I think word of mouth and your reputation really speaks volumes. Like Trey said earlier, she's, constantly promoting my business for me because she's had hopefully a positive experience. And so she can speak to a friend that's trying to get into the business. So same thing for you, being out there, being a voice, and making sure, you are sticking with your brand, you're true to exactly who you want to be, and just get the word out there.
Yeah. What are you interested in?
Oh, right now I'm trying to get my brand out. It's called Positive Vibes and Ambition.
Positive vibes and ambition. Give it up for that. I'll take that. I'm all about that.
Right now it's only stickers, but I'm trying to do clothing. And am I able to give myself a plug?
It's all about you, boo. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's how you brand yourself. That's how you market. Yes.
My Instagram is Makai Miller, MAKHIMILLER. And I got a few examples of the stickers I got right now.
There you go. Okay. On the Instagram?
Yeah,
or on the
Instagram.
Is it Instagram? Are you also what? Same?
No, right now it's just Instagram.
Just now, okay. Okay. Tell me again, positive
vibes and ambition.
Positive vibes and ambition. I love
it.
I
like it. Yes.
Well, thank you so much. That was a great question. All right. Thank you, Makai. Right? That's awesome. Thank you, Makai. And just like that, now we have Gabby representing. Give it up for Gabby from Beaumont Middle School. Gabby, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, I know you have a question or two for our guests about the industry, the entertainment industry, so go for it.
I was wondering, how does somebody go about avoiding getting scammed in the industry?
Well, I had a friend of mine who was approached about doing a modeling agency, and now if you have to pay for to an agency, then that's a scam. If someone asks you to come to their home, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. So there are red flags that you definitely will have to see, but then also talk to an adult, and then also have your adult or your parent do the research to find someone that can help you, through the whole process.
Yeah, that's a good one. Get somebody that you trust, a grown-up involved to intercede just in case. Because I know, don't a lot of people approach kids on social media saying that they look great? I think you'd be great at modeling. Meet me at the corner of such and such. We ain't meeting nobody on the corner of nothing. Okay, that's right. That's right. And you can say, okay, and I'm going to let you talk to my mom or my dad or my aunt or my pop or somebody. You know what I mean? And then we'll see how legit they are after that. You know what I mean? That's a good question, though, because I think that happens to a lot of people. A lot of people. Okay, you have another one?
Yeah. I was also wondering, how does somebody use social media to put themselves out there?
1, 2, 3. Again, you have to be safe. I do think using a stage name, using criteria that isn't going to lead someone to your home or your school. So really kind of keeping that separate. And then again, like we talked about earlier, it's about what your brand is. What do you want to say? The stuff that you're going to be posting is going to lead you in the direction of the work that you want to do. So if it's super angry, or if it's, like we see a lot of girls feel like they have to show too much skin, and then that starts leading them in work that they really didn't want in the first place. So be true to what you want to do, and it'll come.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, about that skin part. It's not necessary. But a lot of people think that it is, and it absolutely isn't. Right, Gabby? Okay, I want to make sure we're tracking together.
That was mama tone right there.
Right. I can't help it. I'm mama to all. What can I say? Any babies that come over here, I can't help myself. But I look forward to whatever it is that positively you're going to put out there. And let us know. I mean, this is the thing. You guys have agencies. Why don't you are actually actively casting right now.
Yeah.
Tell people about that.
Yes, so what we are doing right now is to make sure that we have people of color that is available. Also, being more inclusive to people with disabilities, to people who have different skin conditions. Yeah, I mean, right now it's very all inclusive. We're all about trying to make sure that people, our consumers, find people that look like them.
That's right. That's right. It's so important to see, don't you think, to see somebody that looks like you or at least can represent you in a way, and that helps you know that it's possible, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We have to do better. We have to do better. Now, Cholee, how can somebody submit themselves for representation with Ryan Artists?
Easiest way is through our website, and a lot of agencies, it's the same way. So you go to their website and there's a submit page. You can do basic pictures. It doesn't have to be professional pictures at that time. All of your current measurements. If you are an actress or an actor, you can put your resume on there. So we can kind of see all about who you are. And then we can say, okay, yes, we have clients that are asking for it this time, or let's ask a few more questions. Let's get an audition from you, see how you perform. And we can kind of start coaching and guiding from there.
Love it. And you're taking submissions.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, that's no guarantee. Now, here, listen, I know how you all do because I know it's Auntie Trey, right? So you say, oh, Miss Cholee, Trey said I could just call and get represented. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying do your research. Make sure that you have the materials that you need to properly submit yourself to Bloom Beauty Collective, to Ryan Artist Agency, or any of the other reputable and actual legit agencies in our area. And then you go from there. They may coach you along until you're actually ready to be represented, right? I mean, we want to get everybody out there. Everybody who has a dream, we want to help you achieve your dream. There's not always, the right time at that time. So just be patient. And remember, it's the time factor that is the most that you are going to be giving. Yes, there'll be some money involved to get your professional materials together. But other than that, you get on your way and hopefully, and your training. And then you'll be on your way to, getting paid and getting them paid because that's how they get paid. That's why they don't charge you off the front end. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Gotta get schooled on game, right, Gabby? Yes. I know that's right. You don't want to get scammed. No, okay. Man, this was a great conversation around this situation. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for this edition of Situations and Conversations. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. God willing, we'll be back together again real soon. Until then, please take excellent care of yourselves and other people. That part is important too. And if you have a situation that you want to have a conversation about, hit us up. We're open. You don't have to submit to us like you would to them. Just let us know. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're everywhere. Website, TreyRenee.com. Just hit me up and let me know, and I would love to discuss your situation, all right? All right. Oh, I almost forgot my favorite thing. When you think me, think we. I almost forgot that. That's my favorite part. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Situations and Conversations with Trey Renee is sponsored by Black Parent Initiative, growing at the speed of relationships. Education Explorers, culturally sound, quality childcare you can count on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.